evening, and welcome to this February 10th edition of EastCast. I'm Dana Baker, here with Evan Weiner to give you the news of the week. The SAT word of the week is querulous, which is an adjective. This word means inclined to find fault, complaining, fretful, peevish. Congratulations to the East chess team for defending its South Jersey regional title and making it 9 years in a row. The varsity team of Jeff Dado, Steve Turer, Eric DePrince, Rick Hong, and Doug Madnick won the title, beating Cherry Hill West in the final round. Congratulations again for an outstanding performance, and good luck at the state tournament.
Last Friday, February 5th, students in the Non-Western Civilizations Humanities class saw speaker Mubin Mohideen. Mrs. Mohideen was born in Hyderabad, India. She was educated first at Cambridge in the United Kingdom, then at the University of Bombay. After moving to the U.S. 18 years ago, she promoted the Art Goes to School program in our school district. The purpose for the speaker was to get some insight into Indian culture, philosophy, and way of life. Students found Mrs. Mohideen to be very interesting and learned much in connection with their recent India unit. Although many students are querulous about English class, Friday was an exception. There were no English classes, and it was day 0. This was because it was the elective fair. The elective fair is a chance for students in the 9th, 10th, and 11th grades to learn about the various English electives available here at East. Most students enjoy this opportunity because it is very helpful, and students are often unsure of what classes are available and which they want to take. It is a shame the elective fair is only open for the English courses and not the other subjects. Next Wednesday, February 17th, the U.S. History 1 and 2 classes will hear a speaker in honor of Black History Month. The speaker will be Malik Muhammad, a former Nation of Islam minister. He was also an associate of Malcolm X. Mr. Muhammad preaches the form of Muslimism that promotes tolerance of every race. One main purpose of the speaker is to describe his experiences with the ever-popular Malcolm X and Malcolm X's growth after his years in prison. The speaker will appear in the auditorium during periods 3 and 4 next Wednesday. The History Department takes pride in contributing to Black History Month.
I would like to congratulate the student government officers of the class of '96 for a very successful dance. The freshman dance was held on Saturday night, February 6th, from 7:30 to 10:30 in the East cafeteria. The theme of the dance was Mardi Gras. The class worked very hard on making many nice decorations. The dress code for the dance was casual. Pretzels, chips, and drinks were served at the dance. Everyone who attended had a wonderful time, and the DJ did a great job of playing today's greatest songs. There was a good turnout of at least 150 students, even though because of the inclement weather, some could not attend. The class of '96 raised over $700. Go freshmen! All of you viewers out there better mark your calendars for Friday night, February 19th. It is East's annual variety show. Everyone should come to support the SGA. The show will be great. The student body has shown a lot of involvement. It only costs $4. Hey, it's cheaper than going to see a movie. Auditions are going on this week. There are 17 acts trying out. Some acts are the Chinese Yo-Yos, a group singing Mustang Alley, an Indian dance, along with other dances, the dueling pianos, plus many other diverse and enjoyable acts. If anyone has any questions, they can stop in the SGA office after school and speak to this year's chair people, Nia Rolosa and Gary Ross. Meanwhile, the class of '95 is counting down for their approaching cotillion, which will be held on Saturday night, February 20th, from 8 o'clock to 11 in the East cafeteria. Tickets for the sophomore cotillion cost $15. They went on sale on the 3rd. The theme for the dance is Carnival. There will be many beautiful decorations and a carousel in the middle of the floor. Food will be served at the dance. Popcorn, cotton candy, hot dogs, and soda. How yummy. The dress code is semi-formal. Each student will receive a plastic cup with a picture of a carousel on it and keepsake memory info as a favor. The class of '95, get psyched and get your dancing shoes on because it's almost here and DJ Michael Terry is all set to play your favorite hits and show off his special effects.
And now for This Week in Sports, we go to Andy to Christopher. Andy?
It's been a great week on the hardwood floors of East as both the boys and girls ran off perfect weeks. The girls' team, which has qualified for the NJSI AA playoffs for the first time since 1987 and currently enjoys a number 10 ranking in South Jersey, beat up on both of their opponents this week. Jill Marple continued her magnificent season in decisive wins over Triton and Highland. Marple, who led the offense, was not alone, however, as the Cougar attack was helped by Danielle Pulliams, while the defense displayed a great team effort in both games. The boys, who came into the week off of the huge disappointment of failing to qualify for the playoffs, showed great character in putting out a great effort in victories over Triton and Highland. Brent Fisher led all scorers with 24 and 20 points respectively, while point guard Brendan Cody played very poised basketball to lead the offense to two very well-played victories. Cody also put up his greatest offensive output of the season by scoring 19 points against Highland. The team has shown much improvement over the course of the season, and they are now only one game below the 500 mark going into the home stretch of their season. In other sports, the wrestling team suffered two devastating setbacks to their season-long goals with two tough defeats to Washington Township and Paul VI. The team succumbed to the more experienced Township squad by the score of 34-27. East's seniors fared well, but the younger guys were simply overmatched. In the second meet, East was body slammed by a powerful Paul VI team. East was led by senior captains Jeff DeYoung, Achilles Alon, and Jeff Weismer, but the team fell just short as Paul VI pulled out the 31-27 victory. The team, although disappointed by this week's performances, will seek to get up off the mats soon so they can finish their season with a head of steam going into the state championships. That's all for sports. Now back to Evan.
Next Thursday, February 18th, the senior class will have its first class assembly this year to talk about the upcoming senior prom and graduation in June. Although there is still one more semester to go, the seniors are ready to get to work concerning their grand finale to their Cherry Hill High School careers. Again, just a reminder, the senior assembly will take place next Thursday, the 18th. A reminder to all students that tomorrow is a Teacher in Service Day, meaning a half day for the students. Enjoy your day tomorrow because classes end at 12 noon. Another reminder that students are off Friday and Monday in honor of President's Weekend. Technically, the remembrance is started in honor of two great presidents, Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, who have birthdays on the 12th and 22nd. However, in this year of a new presidential administration, you might like to think about how the president impacts our lives and how hard he works on our behalf. Let's use this time to support our newly elected president to keep this nation #1 in the world. That's it for the news tonight. Special thanks to Mr. Gordon Hampson, cameraman and editor, to Mr. Keith Haynes, advisor, and to Tim Brady and Tracy A. Denton, our student camera people. Thank you for joining Dana Baker and Andrew Christopher and me, Evan Weiner, this evening. Stay tuned for East-West girls basketball, which follows the junior high school news. Tonight we leave you with Ophelia, who reminds you to hug your Valentine. Good night, Ophelia.
Good evening and welcome to the West Report. I'm Jennifer Arrington.
And I'm Lindsay Melson. On Friday evening, the Asian Culture Club sponsored a volleyball tournament from 7 to 10 p.m. in the Walsh Gym. Each team that entered the tournament paid $12 or $2 per person. The requirements for a team meant that each team had to have at least one girl and one freshman. The winning team consisted of Rob Wagner, Michael Feinberg, Sam Chun, Brian Lowe, Joy Lowe, and Sinjin Oh. The activity seemed to be successful, and hopefully there will be another volleyball night in the near future.
Last Friday night and Saturday afternoon, February 5th and 6th, several West students who are in all South Jersey held 2 concerts at Eastern High School. It was an extremely successful performance that the audience thoroughly enjoyed. And this Thursday, February 11th, West students will enjoy a half day because of Teachers in Service.
This weekend, under the direction of Mr. Goldman, the indoor color guard will be competing in Winter Guard International in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Good luck to all guard members. Now here's Dave Marika with this week's sports.
West winter sports seasons are coming to an end. The girls' varsity basketball team raised its record to 14-3 last week by defeating Bishop Eustace, Camden, and Deptford. In the Camden game, Janaea Butler led the team with 20 points, and Chrissy Zepnicki added 16. The Lady Lions play Overbrook and Triton this week. The West Varsity boys basketball team lost to Bishop Eustace 79-50 and to Camden 84-63. Chris Martini poured in 14 points against Eustace, and Pat Boyce and Anthony Succi each had 21 points against Camden. The team plays Overbrook and Triton this week. The wrestling team lost 2 meets last week, to Eastern 31-21 and to Edgewood 55-16. Junior John Tisa, who wrestles in the 171-pound weight class, was West's only individual winner last week, going 2-0. The team wrestles East, Defford, and Shawnee this week. The West swim team participated in the South Jersey Invitational last Saturday. This is the boys team. They placed 4th in the Division A section with a score of 111. Junior Christian Amonte placed 1st individually in the 500 freestyle and 2nd in the 200 freestyle. Also, freshman Adam Ritchie placed 4th individually in the 200 IM and 5th in the 100 backstroke. The West 200 medley relay placed 4th in the meet, and the 400 relay of Ian Holmes, Christian Amonte, Adam Ritchie, and Chris Ergen placed 4th. The team swims Moorestown this week. The girls swim team placed 4th in the South Jersey Invitational last Saturday with an impressive score of 176. Individually for West, junior Lauren Newman placed 3rd in both the 200 and the 500 freestyle. Sophomore Carolyn Thorpe placed 2nd in the 50 freestyle and 3rd in the 100 freestyle. And sophomore Lauren Semino took 4th in the 100 butterfly and 5th in the 100 backstroke. Also, junior Jody Sanders took 6th place in the 100 breaststroke. West 200 free relay team was 3rd in the meet, and the 200 medley team was 5th in the meet. The girls' regular season is now over, and the team looks toward the time finals on the 17th of February. And finally, the boys and girls bowling team, as they near the end of their season, they play Gloucester Catholic and Camden Catholic this week. Well, that's all the sports. Now back to the West Report.
Attention all seniors. Tickets for the senior prom are now on sale during all lunch periods. The senior prom is fast approaching on May 29th, so hurry and put down a deposit now before the sale ends. It is $100 a couple and will be held at the top of the Bellevue. Last Monday night, February 8th, the guidance department here at West held Junior Guidance Night. They gave all West juniors vital information about their educational future and college entrance requirements. Both juniors and their parents found that the night was extremely helpful.
Mark your calendars for March 12th, 13th, 14th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, the dates of our spring musical, West Side Story. Cast and crew are putting in long hours of work and acting because they have a very limited time frame this year. Ticket sales for the musical will begin soon. Theater Workshop hopes to see you there.
When most people think of President's Weekend, some may feel patriotic, and some may look forward to the sales at Macy's and Strawbridge's. But what myself and all West students look forward to is the long weekend that we will enjoy from Friday, February 12th to Monday, February 15th. Also over the long weekend, love will once again be spread as people everywhere celebrate Valentine's Day. I hope everyone has a happy and safe holiday.
Tomorrow, students from the Lycée Paul Lapie will be coming to the United States on an exchange program and will be staying with students from West and East who will be going to Paris in April. Next week, we will try to have an interview with one or more of the French students. Thank you for watching the West Report. Please join us again next week at this time. Stay tuned for the East-West girls basketball game following the junior school news. Good night.
Good night.
Good evening and welcome to Carusi News. I'm Mark Scepter. 4 Carusi Junior School students were winners in the first annual writing contest sponsored by the Alice Paul chapter of South Jersey National Organization for Women. The writing contest asks students to express their views on the place of women in the political future of the United States, with a specific essay topic entitled A Woman as President. 4 Carusi students placed first and second in 2 different age group divisions. In the age 12 category, the winners were in first place Rachel C. Poyat, in second place Anthony Kahn. In the age 13 category, the winners were in first place Michelle Voss, and in second place Sarah Hyatt. These students will be honored at the chapter's meeting on March 10th, and their essays will be published in the chapter's newsletter in March and April. Last Friday, February 5th, the Freedom Theater of Philadelphia gave a presentation on Black History because February is Black History Month. They portrayed such heroic black figures as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Civil War heroes, and slaves of the past. We thank them for coming to Carusi to educate us on a large part of American culture and history. Carusi now has a working relationship with the McDonald's of the Ellisburg Circle. Here's Dave Zalkman with that story.
We're happy to announce that Carusi Junior School is formally establishing a school business partnership with the McDonald's restaurant at the Ellsberg intersection. Mr. Jack Earl, owner, as well as Mrs. Terry Hoffman, manager, have been very enthusiastic about assisting Carusi and some of its students in any possible way. Some of the things being worked on are included: number 1, McDonald's is the sponsor of the Student of the Marking Period and Department All-Star Breakfast that could occur at the end of each marking period. 2, McDonald's is lending a hand with a new social studies organization, Welcome Package, to help with the orientation of new students to Carusi during the course of the year. 3, by the fall of 1993, McDonald's plans to construct in its restaurant a showcase that will feature Carusi Junior School students' achievements. Last but not least, McDonald's is currently looking into international connections to work with Carusi Junior School in establishing contact with other schools throughout the world in a cultural exchange or friendship ideas. We would like to take this opportunity to thank Jack Earl and Terry Hoffman for all their support, and we look forward to continued participation in this exciting partnership. Back to you, Mark.
Here with the report on the Social Studies Department is Michelle Harp.
The Social Studies Department is pleased to announce the formation of the Social Studies Club. This organization has been meeting on a weekly basis after school. The objectives of the club center around the themes of learning, serving, and supporting. The learning objectives will be achieved through field trips to the Balk Institute for Ethnic Studies and the Philadelphia Museum of Art. We are very pleased with the opportunity the World Affairs Council has afforded us to participate in a nationally acclaimed education program for junior school students. In the area of service, club members are preparing welcome packages and fan orientations programs for new students to Carusi. Starting in 2 weeks, Carusi Social Studies Club will be decorating E-Hall with pictures referring to when I was young. When E-Hall is complete with decorations, we will have pictures for you to see, to get an understanding of the theme. The Social Studies Club is also holding court trials in the classroom to give students an overview of what really takes place in a courtroom. Carusi recently held a Geography Bee for the 5th year. The National Geographic Society sponsored a school-level Geography Bee for students from 4th to 8th grades in more than 30,000 schools across the United States. All students completed a classroom contest during the week of January 4th, 1993. The field of 32 classroom champions was reduced to 10 finalists who completed a school championship on January 14th, 1993. Jason Portnoy, an 8th grader, won the school's Geography Bee and has a chance at a $25,000 scholarship to college. After his win, Jason took a state qualifying exam. If his score is within the top 100 statewide, he will be invited to participate in the state-level competition in March. Finalists include Patrick McFalls, Ben Kiefer, Josh Cardos, Mark Jones, Larry Puccio, Mike Ubronsky, Rick McCulloch, Amy Gorman, Bradley Dreyer, and Doug Lane. Back to you, Mark.
Now let's take a look at sports with Diane Zabikowski.
Thanks, Mark. The Carusi sports teams participated in many exciting games this past week. Here's Ari Aviram with wrestling.
Thanks, Diane. Carusi's wrestling team, with a record of 10-5, defeated its crosstown rival Beck on Thursday by a score of 51-33. The whole team wrestled well. We hope the team wrestled well last night, and good luck tonight as they try to defeat Beck again. Now back to you, Diane.
Thanks, Uri. Now let's take a look at 7th grade girls basketball with Dave Lazowski.
Thanks, Diane. Monday, February 1st, Carusi 7th grade girls lost to Orchard Valley, 19-17. Last Wednesday night, 7th grade girls beat crosstown rivals Beck 38-8. The defense played a smothering zone, not allowing Beck to penetrate or rebound. Jessica Vernon led all scorers with 10 points, and Jackie Rispoli added 8. The defense was led by Joanne Hornstein, who had many steals and rebounds. Friday, February 5th, the girls smashed Pennsauken 51-1. All Mustangs scored. Jessica Vernon had 16, Jackie Rispoli 14, and Kylie Murray were the high scorers. And with incredible defense, Pennsauken was limited to 1 foul shot. Now back to Diane.
Thanks, Dave. Here's Lindsay Wetterman with 7th grade boys basketball.
Last week, the 7th grade boys basketball team had 1 win and 2 losses. The boys defeated Pennsauken 50-40, coming back from a 7-point deficit. The boys lost to Orchard Valley by a close score of 35-31. Beck defeated the boys by a score of 55-41, giving the team a record of 7 wins and 7 losses. Key players for the 3 well-played games were Charles Floyd, Nazar Dukes, Tom Maloney, and Paul Donato. Back to you, Diane.
Thanks, Lindsay. Next with 8th grade girls basketball is Stacy Edelman.
Thanks, Dan. On February 1st, Carusi's 8th grade girls basketball team played Orchard Valley at home. In spite of Carusi's tough effort, Orchard Valley won, but the Mustangs were looking forward to play Beck on Wednesday. The Lady Mustangs pushed Beck to the limit before losing by the score of 34-24. During the game, the team was behind by 20 points, but Christine Fee helped Carusi fight back by scoring 14 points in the second half. Chanel O'Neill and Michelle Beard led the defense to spearhead the comeback. And on Friday, Carusi just missed a win over Pennsauken to end the week with hope for winning their upcoming games.
Thanks, Stacy. Now here's Leslie Ryan with 8th grade boys basketball.
Thanks, Diane. The 8th grade boys basketball team is doing well this season with a record of 13 wins and 5 losses. On Wednesday, February 3rd, the Mustangs defeated Beck with a score of 46-37. Playing well for the team were Dave Schwastik, Rob Martini, Ben Salerno, Bart Procacci, Adam Schmidt, and Jason Portnoy. On Friday, the team played well, scoring more points than in any other game so far this season. But unfortunately, Pennsauken was able to score more, defeating Carusi 73-63. Their next game will be on Wednesday, February 17th at Voorhees. Now back to you, Diane.
Thanks, Leslie. We wish all the sports teams the best of luck in the rest of the season. Back to you, Mark.
Thanks, Diane. Here with an update on Spirit Week preparation is Seth Demowitz.
Thanks, Mark. The first week in March is Carusi Spirit Week, during which the 7th and 8th grades will compete against each other in a school-wide competition involving academic and athletic events. Student participation and school spirit continue to be our goals. This year's theme is Games Carusi Plays. The enrichment periods during the week will be filled with various student competitions. The week begins with a roller skating party on Sunday, February 28th. Points will be determined by the number of pre-sold tickets from each grade. The culminating activity for the week is our traditional Spirit Week dance on March 5th. This promises to be one fantastic week. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you for watching the Carusi News. We hope you join us next week. Good night.